Well, it seems the Ram 1500 EV, or the Rev, is having massive issues in testing. A lot of car manufacturers will drive around in a specific area. They do it out here in Nevada, and they also do it in Michigan, so they can kind of real world drive it, test it, and go through some of its paces to see if any issues would pop up in production units. And they've already happened. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And if the surroundings look a little different in here today, there's a reason for that. I'll get to that maybe at the end of the video. But so the Ram EV, the BEV, Rev, whatever they're calling that thing, is having massive issues. Now, I talked about this before, and we showed you guys some of the different issues that were going on with the Charger EV, why it's been massively delayed. These things are already supposed to be on lots and for sale, and more on that in a minute. I literally got contacted by somebody at a dealership in Illinois that evidently they've already taken delivery of one, and it's dead. They can't get it to start, move, turn on, anything. Well, what did you think? Like, I knew this was going to happen. But they saw that in testing, and they're seeing the same thing now with the Ram 1500. And I don't know if it comes down to a software issue, a hardware issue, what exactly it is that's causing these issues with these EV vehicles at Stellantis. But it seems to be a regular thing. I mean, even on their hybrid EVs like the Dodge Hornet, they'll just brick, and for whatever reason they exhaust their batteries to zero, and then they have no way to get into them to try to charge them. One of the way, or jump them, so to speak. One of the issues that happened with that was on the Charger EV, where they had to literally put like a strap. We saw those videos that we did where you saw the straps around the trunk, so they would have a way to manually release the trunk latch, because they kept just dying. And this is the one that has had the issues from the engineer that I talked to, is the Ram EV. It has about a 350 mile range. This isn't the higher mile range or the Ram Charger, which is battery with a gas generator, like a Rex, like you would see with a BMW i3 or Fisker Karma or something along those lines. But it doesn't bode well for the Ram 1500 EV trucks. They're trying to move all this manufacturing of the internal combustion engine Rams to Mexico and basically just make EVs in Detroit. But who do you think is going to buy those? How many orders do you think are going to be placed for Ram 1500 EVs when they come out and they have these issues? Now, at least when it comes to the Charger, we're at least at the point where they're going to start getting to dealerships, right? And I'll have a video for you guys on that later today, where dealer got delivery of the vehicle, like already had a customer that wanted to order it, and we're going to get into markups and everything, because what they paid for this Dodge Charger EV was insane. But customer can't even take delivery of the vehicle. It's dead. I don't know if this is a sign of things to come for Stellantis, but I can tell you this, normally when we talk about these, we're kind of first out with these stories to market as we get this information. As more mainstream press picks up on this and starts reporting it, I'm wondering what happens with the Ram EV, with the 1500 EV. They're saying that they wanted to try to have them available before the end of the year at dealerships. I just don't see that in any way, shape, or form possible. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see it happening through the first quarter of next year. Them being available, not available where they're reliable. I think with the issues and stuff that they're having now, it's just a disaster of a product. And it's, you know, I get where Stellantis is coming from, is they didn't want to pay the carbon credits or any of that anymore, and you know they're in a massively big hole financially now over these over this EV move. And you look at companies like General Motors, who still does EVs. They still have electric vehicles. They have the Cadillac, you know, they have the Lyriq, they have, and they're selling pretty decently. They're selling the crap out of their EVs, but it comes down to having products that customers want, right? So GM is about to, or their last quarter, third quarter earnings are supposed to be spectacular. They did really well considering the market, while Stellantis is probably going to have some of the worst earnings, maybe even worse than what we saw in the second quarter. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. And you know, Stellantis wholly put themselves in this position by not having products that customers want. GM kind of got it right, I think, in that they have the EVs, but they still have V8s. You can still go buy a Silverado with a 5.3 V8 or a 6.2 V8. You can still go buy a Corvette with a V8. You know, the Camaro is done for now, but you can still go buy Cadillac Blackwing V8s with superchargers on them. You can't do that at Stellantis. Ford, same way. You can still buy a V8 truck. You can still buy a V8 Mustang. You can't do any of that with Dodge. And I think, or Ram. And I think that them doing that really put themselves in the hole. And now with this Ram 1500 EV having the issues of where the battery is just exhausting, they can't find out where the drain is coming from, and you're using engineers from, not saying that the engineers from Brazil or India or wherever are bad, it's just, it's much better if you have the engineers on the ground that can physically look at the product instead of looking at analytics or data that's coming off of, you know, the truck that you're having to send overseas. It's just more efficient to have somebody there. Just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below about the Ram 1500 EV disaster. I will be doing a video for you guys later today on the Charger EV that's dead on arrival. I think that's another hilarious story. And yeah, we're just waiting. We have another few days before Q3 earnings come out, and initial reports or rumblings are they're bad. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.